Hey, what's up everyone? This is Skyhiggh Reef coming again with another video for you. On this video, I just really wanted to come through and show you all the corals in my tank and how they're doing, and really name them all out for you so you can see them and you can see how they're doing in the system 90 days in. I have had some coloration issues, I have had some nutrient issues, I've had some alkalinity issues. Just dealing with the tank transfer overall, I lost a lot of coloration and I lost a lot of SPS corals. I didn't lose any LPS, I didn't lose any softies, but that was expected. And I still have 69 pieces of coral in the tank, so I'm still pretty happy. It doesn't look as stocked as it once did when you go back and you look at my nano photos, but I do have those little pieces of glowing things all over the system, so I am really happy and I'm really stoked to really see it grow out and really start seeing the coloration and everything coming into fruition that I envisioned for this system when I started setting it up. So just sit back, enjoy. I'm going to go through it section by section so you can see it. I'm going to talk about my scape and what I think about that. As normal, this should be a longer video. I just prefer to make them that way. I try to give as much information as I have on my tank, and I don't really understand the analytics of YouTube like that. Nor have I really gotten into it, so I just make the videos how I like them, do my voiceover, shoot my shots, and upload it, and hope you guys enjoy it. So check out the tank and let me know what you think down below. Thanks. So at the beginning of this video, I did say I was going to go in and try and name all 69 frags in my systems. So I'm going to go through them and I'm going to try and group them up based on what they are. If they have names, I'll tell you the name. If they don't have a name, I won't tell you the name, and then I'll just try and shoot videos as I go along. So before I get into really showing you what I've already accumulated inside of the system, I want to give you the idea of what the long-term vision is. I would like to keep this tank for at least another year to a year and a half before we plan on moving. Once we move, I would like to upgrade to a different type of system. But for the next year and a half, I really want to grow out all the colonies that I would like for example, my last system or my next system once I'm able to purchase a home for my family and move into the next phase of life. I do want to already come in with a lot of named corals. I'm a big proponent of buying things that are resellable, not to make money, but so that way I'm able to have something of value and something worth trading, and not just a bunch of no-named corals. Of course, I do think that you can purchase wild corals, you can purchase no-name corals and find some real gems, but I do want to have a lot of named pieces. I'm not a rich guy, so I have to buy them, piece by piece. But that's kind of the goal. One of my goals is to get as many named pieces as possible, so that way long term in the hobby, it can be something that I can trade corals for and be able to upgrade and get different frag packs and so on and have the hobby really sustain itself like it did in the nano, which allowed me to get this bigger system. If you haven't watched a lot of my previous videos, then you would know that all of this that you see was pretty much paid for from selling frags and trading frags out of my nano tank. And here I am 90 days later, more or less, and I have this much larger system. And right now it is costing me some money because I have to put into it. But long term, I want it to be able to sustain itself. So buying named pieces, trying to get them from local reefers as opposed to online to get the best value for my money, that's kind of one of my goals. Growing out large Monty caps with acros going up, zoas at the base of it, LPS like lobos and scolies and elegance corals, things like that on the sand bed, a lot of acans, clams. That's what I want to have. I want to have that top level be all acros, that middle level be all Monty caps. Underneath the Monty caps, I want to have zoas to give that glow underneath the Monties. As the Monties grow out, they'll grow some shading into the front sand bed, and I'll have all my LPS to really be able to have that good mix reef, but still have a predominantly SPS hard coral mix type of reef. And from that aspect, I don't plan on adding too many euphilia. I don't plan on adding too much movement to the system, only because it's for what I want and it's what I like, and I believe it's going to give me the best perspective on moving forward in a system for me and what it is that I like. I don't want to add too many corals just for people to come over and they see the torches swaying, so on. I do get it. A lot of people like them. I'm not a rich guy. I'm not going to be buying $500 gold torches per head, but I could see myself spending a good amount of money on a frag up for SPS. So I don't think it's out of the norm to spend that kind of money for coral. But for me, I'm going for an SPS at the top, Monty caps in the middle, Zoas under the Monties, and assorted LPS for the sand bed. Now on the back side of my tank, my scape is kind of built with the rock work going straight down the middle. You can get a full raceway all the way around it. I only have one point of the rock touching the glass. I have 3 big base rocks. Everything else is floating, so to speak. What I want to do is, right now the back is all bare bottom since I only added a small amount of sand for maintenance purposes, but I didn't want to go bare bottom because I prefer the look of the sand. So the back is bare bottom to allow for more flow long term, so that way I have the SPS. So I have the big cross flow pump on the right side of the glass, and behind my overflow box I have a 1K gyre, and I have both of them pushing at 100% in different random modes. I want to put that glass and put some plating coral. So for right now I have my rainbow Monty and I put it down on the glass, and I'm hoping eventually it'll plate over onto the glass and really take up that whole area. Now for the back wall, what I want to do is I want to either go full GSP, but I don't think I want to do that, but I might for the effect, or I'm going to go multiple different types of Cyphestria. It's going to be one or the other because I still have to grow out the overflow box. Now, I did say I only want to keep this tank for a year and a half, but I do believe in that year and a half, I could get some good coverage on that back wall if I get a good amount of Cyphestria frags for the back wall, and then have a lot of GSP for my overflow box. And I think it'll give it a good, front to back, and really give the tank some depth once you see the rock work. And then you have all the different colors, kind of the polka dots from the Cyphestria look on the back wall, with the acros in front of it, the Monties, the Zoas glowing under the Monties, and then all my different LPS in the sand bed. That's my ultimate goal for this system. Really, when talking about goals, that's the thing that you have to have when you have a reef tank. You have to have goals, you have to have an idea. You kind of have to know where you want to take it and what it is you want to do. I never really got into naming the corals. I just kind of started talking to you about my ideas and what I want to do, but just naturally that's how these videos work out. In my next video I will go into it and I'll try and shoot each coral individually, so that way you can see them and really understand what it is I have in the tank. I changed the lights up here a little bit to make it a little brighter using the Hydra since the T5s went off, just to give you a different perspective and you can see the fish a little bit more vibrantly. I just want to thank you guys for watching and following and subscribing and always leaving comments. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching the videos and checking them out.